everybody, I'm Jason and you're watching Jason's World of Insightful Things, Computer Fix Part 2. So I promised you guys in the last video, we're working on a computer that got flooded for a building automation system in one of the buildings that we take care of. I was able to get a clone replacement laptop, which happens to be this Acer TravelMate that basically is the exact copy of this one over here. And I'm excited because when I got it in today, I was able to get it running. It ran on its own hard drive. It was perfect. So everything did what it was supposed to do. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the hard drive, take this one out just like we did before, and I'm going to put the new hard drive in. So this will be a shorter video, but if everything works well, we'll have some, as they say in Borat's world, great success. So let me take these screws out of here. It should just be a matter of swapping this thing out, and we'll get going. My partner in crime, Lori, was able to score this on eBay, so I gave her a little homework assignment, and she was able to find this computer for basically $76. So it took me, I don't know, about 4 or 5 days to get it in, and how cool was that? So looking at it right now, this one does not also have a secondary stick of RAM, so that's where that would go. And since the last video, I'm much more knowledgeable now about this. This is the hard drive, not a stick of RAM. So, of course, the landscapers, while I'm trying to make a video, are next door, because that's usually how it works. Typically they're there on Saturdays. Now all of a sudden they're there any Thursday. So sorry for that side distraction. I'm going to take this out. Lori, if you could get me the stick of RAM out of that toolbox right there, that gray box, that would be awesome. These screws are so small. So to be able to do this, this is the dongle or the license key for us to be able to use the software once I get the RAM stick in there. Yeah, it's in there. Thanks. This was the adapter that I had where I put the stick of RAM before. So these I got at, where did I get this at? I got this at Micro Centers, which happens to be in a suburb of Cleveland, Ohio. Micro Centers is kind of like Tiger Direct if you go online, but they said, hey, why don't you get one of these little gizmos to put the hard drive, and then you can boot it off another computer. And actually it worked. The problem is it was my computer, so I can't give this building that I have my computer. So it did work. If I needed it in a pinch, it would have worked. It's a different computer. I think the other one was, what, a Dell or something like that. So it did work. So here's the new RAM, or I'm sorry, the new hard drive from the old computer. I'm going to put it in the new machine right now. Get the right screwdriver. Put this little puppy in. And if this works, that would be really cool, and the first time that I've ever done something like that. So if this didn't work, or doesn't work, because we don't know yet, basically we would have to call somebody who deals in Delta controls and get them to build us another computer and reload another software and do all that kind of stuff. And I really, in my mind's eye, don't think that's necessary. So I try to do things where people, it's like, oh, it's too old, you got to get rid of it, it's no good, it's obsolete. I don't buy into that as easily as a lot of people do. I'm into more of the, if it worked before, it can work again, and I'm sure there's surplus parts out there that will work. So I got the screws in. I did charge it a little bit and test it, so I do know that it should work. So let's see if we can get Mr. Griddles out of here. Goodbye, Mr. Griddles. And we'll fire this puppy up. I'm going to put this key in it right now and one of the USBs. Clear the field so you guys can see what I'm doing. And we'll go from there. All right, contact. So far, so good. It's about what it looks like. So what I'm looking for, once this fires up and we get all this stuff going, if I can get a login screen, that's what I'm kind of going for here. So we should see a beautiful picture if it works. I heard some music and we got a beautiful picture. There it is. Old hard drive, different used computer that we just got from eBay. Now I'm going to go into Orca View, which is the Delta Control Suite for this. And we got a login screen, and this key works, because if I didn't have the key in, it wouldn't even give me that screen. So beautiful enough. I will, before I cut this video, I will try to get this installed and show you actually what it does. So that'll be after our break here. I'll say we'll be back in 5 minutes, but it'll actually be in a day or so. I'm going to go back and hook this up and make sure it does what it needs to do to the actual building automation system. So that'll be our next video, and we'll be back in a metaphorical 5 minutes. Okay folks, this is the second part of the second video for the building automation system. This is the room that flooded. So I'm going to try to think about what I'm going to do a little differently so this doesn't flood again. I brought the laptop with us here, so we'll get that plugged in. See if we can get everything working here. Here's the new laptop. We're going to fire it up. Here's the old laptop. We can use that for parts if we need to. Let's see here. All right. So, get rid of that. Put that there. So what I'm going to look for is to make sure we got network connectivity. I don't see any blue LEDs, but we'll see. So ultimately what happens with this is this Delta control panel that I talked about earlier in the video. This is the main PLC or the main controller. So this PC right here is going to go up into this, which runs basically the entire building. We do have a couple pneumatic transducers that are running off of some zone circuiting. I don't 100% understand what that is, but I know that I've seen it cycle back and forth. The other thing this computer does is it runs this Cantech right here, and that does the badging for the building, for the access card badges. So let's see if we can get this thing fired up. But I wanted to show you what the building controllers actually look like. And then here's the RIB, functional devices. So this is what's out in the field that everything connects to. I don't know what that is. I'll have to figure that out later. So let's see how this is all going to work. So I'm going to take this and put it into that. So that right there again is our key. I'll put the secret password in here, and now we're in. Key is working. Now I just got to figure out what we're going to plug this puppy into. So this should go into this RJ45 on the side here. So this would be the cable that directly communicates. There we go. So we'll see if this thing says it's connected. So I know it's connected wirelessly. Let's see if it's connected to the board. So that's where I'm going to be looking to see where connections are. Let's go back over here. Just entered the credentials. And we'll see if we have connectivity. This is the $1 million question right there. So what I'm looking for is where it says status, all these values to start back populating. So I don't know if this is, it just has to wait a second, or if I have to do something with the network. Now we're making some headway here. All this was, why I wasn't seeing data on this initially, was because of a refresh rate. So I'm starting to get data trickling in. And this is basically what this computer did. So, you know, if I go over to, for instance, 4th floor restroom exhaust fan status, and I open it, this is basically the tree where I have today's date, the cycle times, all that kind of stuff. So now this is where I can start to make basically the changes that I need to make, or see what I need to see. So I have no boiler temperatures, all that kind of stuff. I'm still retrieving data from the field, but when I left you guys last time, I had nothing. It looked just blank like this. So basically this is still in an active query. I did make a phone call to Delta Controls Cleveland branch, and Eric, who I'll give a shout out to and a plug, was super nice, and told me basically everything should be good. And if you don't see any over here in the column, you don't see any X's, it basically just means that it's going to take some time to retrieve all this data. So pretty much this is it. So this is the end of the building automation system computer rebuild. I have basically old computer here, new computer here that I bought for 76 bucks that is online. I did get online with it, but this is a dedicated internal LAN, local area network connection that goes into my controller panel, and basically this is how we're running. So I'm really pleased with the results of this. Wasn't sure if I was going to be able to do it without external help, but it looks like we got it under control. So join us on the next episode. I'll probably do variable frequency drives. I hope to see you soon. Thanks for watching Jason's World of Insightful Things.